Welcome to the tea.
Guys. Welcome to the tea with GiGi,
Andrew, and
Rachel.
Introducing Rachel.
Hi, everybody.
Introducing Rachel.
So tell me, Rachel.
Yeah.
No, okay. Did you know that you would match the chairs in the library today?
I would like to say yes, but no.
No.
It was just lucky happenstance.
So Rachel has a new role here at Ascension, and she is our
No.
Interim.
Interim
I'm testing her because I had to ask
Christian
it.
Formation Coordinator.
Awesome. Very cool. Excellent. So she is taking over a lot of the areas in which Megan has been working with, and part of her areas of ministry. And we're excited to have her on board.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
All right.
Yes.
Tell us a fun fact about you.
I crochet heavily.
Yes.
She
Lots of
crochets
crocheting.
Lots of crocheting
Very
happening.
good.
Lots of it.
Excellent. Okay.
Well, good.
Excellent.
You made home in your new office. So her office is the first one on the hallway. It was Linda Holly's old
Come and
office.
see me.
And you come see her in all of her glory in her cute little office.
It's
I
very
like it.
cute.
It's very
Yeah.
cozy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, and so as usual, we invite all of you to worship with us at 8 and 10.
Right.
So we have this Sunday and next Sunday are 8 and 10, but then on September 15th, it's 8 and 10:30.
That's right. It's a big deal.
And some people are going to show up to church, and they're going to be mad that they have to wait 30 minutes in front of the donut holes
But that's more time
to
drink
eat donut
coffee.
holes. Donut holes.
coffee.
She
It's fine.
hates. I'm the coffee drinker, but the donut holes are important.
The donut holes are very important.
They're an important ministry. Thank you, Virginia Branham, for sourcing those for us every
for
Sunday.
all of the cool things. So this weekend is Labor Day, and just because we have a holiday on Monday doesn't mean you don't have to go to church.
Actually, usually it's really popular on holiday weekends here, which is funny because a lot of teachers are like, oh, no one showed up. And we're like, people show up on a holiday weekend around here. It's pretty good.
Well,
But the following weekend, we want you all to show up to church because it is
Rally Day.
Rally Day!
Yes.
Rally Day!
Rally Day. We're doing Rise Against Hunger.
Yes.
And while t-shirt sales have closed, how many shirts did you sell?
We sold 211 shirts,
That's pretty good.
which is pretty good. We set a goal of 300. But of course, since we've closed with t-shirt sales, but if you still want to donate towards Rise Against Hunger or our youth programs, because that was, the t-shirt sale was a fundraiser for our youth, you can always still go ahead and donate.
What? I can always donate to the church throughout the
Always.
year? It doesn't stop during the summer?
Never.
You mean I can even pay my pledge during the summer?
Yes.
What?
Yes, Mind blown. I know.
I thought there was like a moratorium on donations in the summer.
No.
But like,
No.
Now, you're going to take over for me in the foyer and sell lunch tickets this Sunday.
Right. Apparently, I have to be trained for that, and you might want to do that before I leave today at 5K.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. So, yes, go to the foyer, grab lunch tickets. They're only $5 option. Ham, gobble gobble, ham, or no. I did it in the wrong order. Turkey gobble gobble, ham oink oink, or salad, which makes no sound. I'm so sorry. It makes like
Crunch,
whoosh
crunch,
whoosh or crunch crunch.
Yeah. Thank you.
Crunch,
you.
crunch.
Crunch, crunch.
I was like whoosh whoosh in the salad spinner. Or wah wah.
Depends on the salad spinner.
Yeah.
If you have a nice quiet one, it goes sploosh.
Sploosh. And it's like, okay, water. So yes, $5 a box, $20 family maximum. Those are due this coming Tuesday by the close of business.
Right.
Bam.
And there's something else important about Rally Day too.
I would love your RSVPs for your babies to come and hang out with me. So if you want nursery care or any child up to 5th grade to hang out with some awesome people volunteering to watch everybody while you're making those awesome bags for everybody downstairs, send an RSVP to nursery16@knoxvilleascension.org and I'll have everything ready.
Is there a deadline for that?
the day before. I don't care how late it is. You just let me know.
Okay.
Yes. See, I thought when you had children, you just stopped coming to church. But you are now telling
I
me
like
I
that.
can pay my pledge in summer and I can come to church when I have children. This is
What
like
will we
mind
think of
blowing.
next?
What will we think of next? You
Right.
can volunteer. What? Oh, God, no. All right. So, coming up this Sunday, though, for Labor Day weekend, there are smoked tenderloins available via the Brotherhood. They are making, I know, Aaron is waiting for them to do ribs, but we also buy the smoked tenderloins
I'm so excited.
because they're delicious. You can pick them up Saturday, noon to 2, or on Sunday morning. It's $15 donation per tenderloin. We say donation. And then they are the 2 to 3 pounders. Warning, so like when you pick one up, don't think you're getting a skinny one, you're getting a fat one.
Right.
All right. And, oh yeah, music rehearsals start back after Labor Day. Check time. Come see us. It's fun.
All right. So the Ascension Truckers on Wednesday, September 4th are going on a hike. This is not an easy Monday. This is an 8-mile hike on the 20-mile loop.
Explain that vortex of like physics. The trail is called 20-mile loop, but the hike is only 8 miles long.
For questions about that vortex, please contact Emily Freeland.
She will be able to explain to you exactly why it is only 8 miles. I
On
mean,
the
everyone's
20-mile
probably on the 20-mile loop.
Maybe this is like I don't know. Whenever they found the trail, it was like miles were shorter somehow.
It's like, I
I
feel
don't
like
know.
it's going so long, and
It
then
feels like
actually
it's 20 miles.
you
but it's
actually
only
measure
8.
it, and you're like, it's only 8. Sorry, you're like, oh, this fishtail is getting worse by the minute.
The next Young Families gathering is Friday, September 6th at 6 from 6 to 9 at Bravo. So it's on 9/6 from 6 to 9.
Ooh, I like that.
Thank you. It's catchy.
She's short. I'm telling
Is
you,
she's-
she's great to work with.
We went to college.
And you have to tell Drew Stock you're coming by Monday, September 2nd.
Right.
Information is in your bulletin and the Heavenly Post.
And if you're bringing your kids to the Young Families gathering, then you will email them at nursery16@knoxvilleascension.org, which goes to Rachel.
me.
So
And if
she
Rachel
can-
has been watching the tea long enough, she knows that we also call it Abandon Your Child Night.
But she knows
We won't
that
judge.
now.
Yes. Okay. All right. Now, the ECW is going to the Knoxville Museum of Art. They're doing like a little luncheon. This is on Tuesday, September 10th. Make sure you
Paintings, sculpture,
paint,
lunch.
sculpture, glass works, beautiful.
Ooh.
Tell Karen McKinney you're coming. Information, of course, in the usual place that it is.
The huge.
The huge. And then, of
It's
course,
in your bulletin.
okay, so the next thing, the artwork for the opera has come in. I saw it.
Oh, I saw it downstairs.
Yes, it's damn.
It's very cool.
Yeah, it is very cool. And those were painted by Barry Spann. That's the husband of Emily Anderson, who wrote the libretto for the opera.
Very cool.
The word on the street is that, see, this is why you watch the tea, so you get the word.
So you know what the tea
That
is.
it's like hard to put in print, which is you can buy your ticket at the door much more easily than you can buy it online.
Ah.
They will sell the tickets, and you can use your credit card to get it there, because apparently getting them online is a little difficult. So just come to the door. There will be plenty. We can seat 600 people, and so there will be plenty of seats. Just get your ticket there.
Yeah.
And there's some other stuff. There's like a talk on the preceding Wednesday and all that stuff. Details in your bulletin.
Very cool.
And of course, we covered service schedule change. But we'll say it again. Sunday, September 15th, services are at 8 and 10:30. Thank you.
And Sunday school.
And Sunday school.
Sunday
Sunday school
school.
starts back on the 15th too.
Yes. It's like when church starts back.
For children,
Yes.
teens, and
Temporarily abandon your children for a very short amount of time
grown-ups.
Well, they learn about Jesus.
while they learn about Jesus.
We're still doing that?
We still learn about Jesus in the
Jesus.
Episcopal Church?
what I
Oh,
know.
shocker!
We're still doing that? Okay.
And everyone knows Sunday, September 15th, is the deadline for endowment applications. Now, the next cool announcement, of course, is Disney. And this is a guy who taught at Disney University, got the Walt Disney Legacy Award. It's going to be fun. Now, typically Lunch Bunch is for, people of a certain generation, but actually there's a broader audience there. A lot of times I'll go down just because the speaker is really cool, and I may have to crawl across the floor to see the comment that was put on the screen. So this will be really entertaining as I slide in my habit. Oh, Donna Riggs, is the opera showing twice, or do you have to attend both nights to see it all? No, it's just like one night. It's 2 showings of the same opera on 2 separate nights, the 12th and the 13th.
That is actually a really good question.
It is not Das Rheingold. It's not the like Ring Cycle. It's not Wagner. This is they're kind of a smaller opera. Very artistic, very modern. I mean, we're talking contemporary music writing.
Right.
Not like pop contemporary, but like modern music writing.
It's very cool.
Yes.
Okay. Lunch Bunch we were talking about with the Walt Disney guy is coming to speak, Bill Elliott.
Yes.
And if you want to participate in that, you can sign up in the church office and bring $2 along with an appetizer, side dish, or dessert to share.
Now, for those who have been curious as to when the workday signups will actually appear, it has appeared. And it is in the foyer, all decorated by the marvelous Sabre Martin. And you can go sign up. There will be activities like mulching, pruning, trimming, sweeping, raking, polishing the pews. My favorite activity. And so,
I mean, who wouldn't love that?
Because if you're in this outfit and you slide on a fresh polished pew, it is the most fun thing in the world. So you can come out to the foyer and sign up for it. It's like, bye, Andrew. So yeah, really fun.
Let's see. Also, the Ascension Greeters are having a ministry gathering. So if you serve as a greeter, there will be a gathering on Sunday, September 22nd from 4 to 6 at the home of Mike Combs.
Yeah.
And there is an address and email address to RSVP in the bulletin.
And if anyone's ever curious why we don't quite put all the information there, it's just privacy because social media being so public, we don't like.
Yeah. Because if I'm like, hey, my email address is blah, 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 then everybody and their mother is trying to call me.
And even like I do on our podcast, if you need information, email info@knoxvilleascension.org.
Yeah, we'll happily share it with you.
So, yes, we have Abandon Your Child Night. Tweens are, I need to take that one. Look at there.
Because we already did that.
We did that.
We did that. Did it go well?
It did. We had a game night. We had a castle of children. It was put on by some of our wonderful parents. Put it together for us. And our next one, just again, is the 6th of September.
I'm loving that. Yeah. Parents coming and
It's
hanging out.
amazing.
Making things happen.
So, Gigi, tell us about the middle school retreat.
Middle school retreat is going to be awesome. I'm really excited about it. So we're going to be having our middle school Sabbath retreat on October 18th through the 20th. We're going to be going to Grace Point. And we have, our middle schoolers are really excited about going to this. It was very much the buzz that was being talked about at youth group on Sunday, or last night actually. We had 12 middle schoolers last night.
Wow.
Big group.
That's awesome.
Big group.
A lot of energy in one room.
It was a lot of energy.
It was enough when I was helping them make the tags for the clothing.
Right.
But then to think of 12 of them, that's even more than what was
that's
there.
how many was there. Yeah, that's how many was there before. Yeah.
It is a handful.
So we had a great group last night. I was really excited. And so we will be, we're going to be staying at the retreat house. And the deadline to register is Wednesday, October 16th. So it costs, there is a cost to it, and I will send some more information to parents and stuff like that to participate
As you
in that. Inquire.
And of course, Gigi also has dinner angels for her groups, which, by the way, we would like for you to sign up because the kids are already getting sick, and so are we, of pizza.
Yes. Please.
There's enough pizza here to feed an entire football stadium. Please. Thank you.
Right. Yeah.
Information is in the Heavenly Post and in your bulletin.
Yes. And you don't have to cook if you don't want to. If you want to just bring us something that's not pizza. That would be great.
Hey, sandwiches from Jersey Mike's or Firehouse Subs or some chicken from Kroger. I don't know.
A
It could-
frozen Stouffer's lasagna that you baked in your oven and brought to the church.
or even baked at the church.
Or you can bake it at the church.
Lest we not
Or-
forget, we have a kitchen and a half here.
Mac and cheese. We love mac and
Oh,
cheese.
Mac and cheese and chicken nuggets.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Now, are you still recruiting for prayer partners, or are
We
you closing
are.
that?
We are. We are still recruiting for parent partners, and the deadline to sign up to either be assigned a teenager or to sign your teenager up is September 15th.
September 15th.
So that's kind of a nice little cutoff deadline for that. And then we will do our matchup with our partnerships on September. Make sure everybody knows at least by September 30th. You know who's matched up with who. So I'm very excited.
Mhm.
I talked it up with my middle schoolers and their parents last night, so should be good.
So just so y'all know, this is coming up Labor Day holiday weekend, so there is no youth group.
Right, there will be no high school youth group on Sunday, and also on Rally Day, because after Rally Day,
We got
if
stuff.
festivities are complete, then the youth minister will crash.
Yeah, we'll be dead. It'll be over.
It will be very much like,
Yeah. And then, of course, four-year groups are reshuffling. But there's one last thing I want to talk to people about towards the end of this program, which is something that Pat Wingo and Sarah Scott Wingo and Jerry Vreeland and Pat Richardson have worked on, along with other people, Jim Garvey, you name it. And we're working on a Celtic worship service. And there's going to be a service on 5:30 in the evening on Sunday, September 29th. And then at that service, it's different from a typical Episcopal service. It's very introspective, it's very contemplative, and it's sort of inward turning. It's both quiet and sort of soft. And so just come by the church at 5:30 on September 29th, and you will get to experience kind of what they've been developing. It's taken them a year to sort of piece things together, like how will this be good for, what's Ascension's version of this? Because they're always different at every church.
Mhm.
Every church's Celtic service is different. So this is sort of an Ascension branded version of that.
Can I say something about that?
Yeah.
We will be offering childcare that night. So again,
What?
Just-
See, they don't tell me these things, and I need to know these things.
It just happened today. It
Oh,
was
it happened
great.
today.
So just RSVP to the same email that you'd like to have childcare for your child. And
Yay.
our nursery will open at 5:15 that afternoon.
So you can
Awesome.
abandon your child and get close to Jesus in one evening.
that's awesome.
It is a really good
That's
deal.
great.
Yes.
All right, friends.
Well, is that it? I'm trying to think if there's any other good stuff going on right now. Not that I can think of.
Can't think of anything. But that's pretty much it. All we've heard from Byron, who's retired now, is nothing, because he's probably fishing.
Sally has not killed Byron yet that we know of. And he has not killed her. He has probably gone fishing every day.
Probably. And
Knowing
yeah, I wouldn't
him.
blame him.
Yeah.
But anyways, so we think you guys are great. Hope you have a safe and happy Labor Day weekend. We will see you on Sunday, but not on the office will be closed on Monday.
Oh, that is the other thing.
There's always something.
Don't come knocking on Monday because Jesus ain't opening that door. All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.